Hello, I'm Tony Yashra'al, NFL avid fan, Pittsburgh Steelers fan of the game, fan of the NFL, fan of the way the game was played. Grew up in the 80s and the 90s, loving hard-hitting games, loving competitive games, big-time returns, bone-crushing defenses, high-scoring offenses, running backs that'll run you over, running backs that'll dodge you and shake you, the Barry Sanders, the Edith Smiths, the Thurman Thomases, the Billy Sims, Christian Okoye's, Jerry Rice's, Andre Reed's, Kenny Easley's, Ronnie Lott's, David Fulcher's, big-time hard-hitting plays, and classic games. Just loving the way the whole NFL was a part of my childhood. And I remember sitting out at Sundays and watching football games and watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns, and coming outside with my football in my hand, going down to the neighborhood park where all my buddies was out there trying to emulate all the moves of all the biggest stars, trying to see who could hit the hardest and who could run back kickoff returns and who can shake like Barry Sanders. Loving the game, loving the spirit of all. And then came this guy named Roger Goodell. I was sitting in my car today listening to an NFL update, and I heard that among other things that Roger Goodell was doing is now he's trying to take the extra point out of the game. He's trying to eliminate the extra point as it is, but allowing the team to score 7 points, and then they have the option to kick the extra point. But if they miss the extra point, then they get a point taken away from them. I don't know what Roger Goodell's trying to do. He's already made it illegal for running backs to lower their head when they're running the ball, or receivers, defenses when they catch the ball, or the quarterbacks basically don't even play NFL football anymore because you can't touch them or you can't do this to them. I understand the horse collar rule. I understand the rule where you can't hit a defenseless receiver or hit someone with the crown of your helmet. I agree with all those rules. I think it's just absolutely bad football technique for somebody to try to hit another person at that high impact of speed with their helmet. But come on, man. You really want to take kickoffs away. Now you want to take extra points away? Mr. Goodell, the NFL is not your personal board game. You can't eliminate stuff and take away stuff as you see fit. You're tinkering with history. You're tinkering with the integrity of the game. You're taking away memories, and you're taking away the essence of the game. Have you ever played football? Please let me see some of your highlights, because you're like taking all of the fun out of the game. I mean, we thought it was treachery to the game when they took all the end zone celebrations out and all the taunting. I mean, I understand that you're trying to stay away from the concussion lawsuits. To me, that's highly understandable. You don't want people having long-term memory loss. You don't want guys to be out there playing this game, and then later on in their lives they can't live the life that they should be living, a normal, healthy life. You want them to have the best medical treatment in game available. You try to take the machoism out of the game as far as players going in and playing hurt when they're having head injuries and risking themselves to further damage that cause them problems in the future. But a lot of this stuff that you're doing, man, is unnecessary. You know, these players like me, people like me that have played contact sports, organized contact sports, grew up hitting each other and, you know, playing hard for the game. This is what this game is all about. It's about machoism. It's about camaraderie. It's about toughness. It's about integrity. It's about showing who's the biggest, the baddest, the toughest, the fastest, the strongest. That's what this game is played for. A lot of the players, I understand that they pursued this lawsuit in order to recover some of the damages that they occurred from medical expenses or different walls of life. But I think they played their card. I don't necessarily think that a lot of them showed a lot of integrity in that lawsuit. Maybe that's not my place to say, but at the same time, there's no way, shape, or form they didn't have an idea that they were getting into when they played this game. Nobody forces anybody to play football, especially if you have the talent to make it to college and professional football. Nobody's forcing you to play this game. Nobody's saying that you have to spend your life having your body mangled and put in a predicament where you can cause injury to your body. You play it because you love it. You play it because you want it. You play it because you enjoy it. You know, some guy once said to me that football is your livelihood. Well, it's your livelihood because you choose it to be your livelihood, but it's a privilege because football is not something that is necessary for someone to live their life and sustain their life. You know, something that's necessary for people to live their life and sustain their life are teachers. People that are in manufacturing plants, building some of the machinery of the world, that's necessary. Some people that are out picking the harvest and cultivating the fields, that's necessary. Football is an avenue that only a few people have the privilege of being able to exploit because of their natural given abilities, gifts, desire, and willingness to succeed in that area. So, Mr. Goodell, you're changing the game far too much. NFL football is becoming unrecognizable to the people that love it, the people that enjoy it. If you continue to make these changes to the game, to drive up ratings, we will have the Arena Football League or the Canadian Football League. We won't have the NFL, the product that has been marketed to be one of the best selling sports products in all of the world. Please, stop doing this to the game. Stop making this your own personal toy. Leave it alone.